Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. All right, so some people seem to think that I don't say anything positive about Biden, and that is absolutely not true. If you watch some of my previous videos, I have said positive things about some of the things that he has said or done lately, that I agree with, I personally agree with, such as, reversing the transgender ban in the military. But the thing that I tend to disagree with is his priorities. And I don't ever ask anyone to take my word, my opinion as gospel. But what I absolutely do not do is give you an opinion of an opinion of an opinion. I'm not going to present you in general with some report from MSNBC or CNN or Fox News or whatever, and tell you what my opinion is of what they had to say. What I do, and I encourage everyone else to do, what I do is go to the source material and read it with a cynical, critical mind. Don't just think in terms of, oh, well, I approve. You start thinking in terms of, okay, is this actually an action or are these just words? Because in some of these cases that Biden has done, it's really been nothing but words. It's like he is still campaigning. The election is over. As far as a lot of his actions, it's like he's been caught off guard. Like he had no time to plan. I mean, he's had 2 years of campaigning. He had 2 years of campaigning to come up with his solutions to problems. He had 8 years as vice president, and 4 years after that, 2 years of campaigning. He's had at least, 7, 8 months since the primary, 2 months since he won the election. So he doesn't need to be campaigning for your approval. He needs to be acting to get your approval. It's actions that matter. So everything that I am going to bring up here today is from the White House website. So when I tell you to go to the source, in this case, the source is the White House website. So go to whitehouse.gov and click on Briefing Room at the top right. Here, I will show you that right here. Okay, see? This is the White House website right there up at the top right, Briefing Room. Now, something I said the other day was on his very first day in office, that addressing immigration was one of the most divisive things that he could have touched on for his first day in office. When he says he wants to unite the country, he picked one of the most divisive issues that he could have possibly picked. And I said in one of my previous videos, the only thing that I could think of that would be more divisive would be the abortion issue. Well, there was something that I missed. I'm sure a lot of people on the right did not miss this. So here it is. Look at the date. January 22nd, 2021. A statement from Biden and Harris on the 48th anniversary of Roe versus Wade. So, of course, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here we are. We are deeply committed to making sure everyone has access to care, including reproductive health care, regardless of income, race, zip code, health insurance status, or immigration status. This part I absolutely agree with. Absolutely. All right, but then, the Biden-Harris administration is committed to codifying Roe versus Wade and appointing judges that respect foundational precedents like Roe. Now, I am personally pro-choice, but, and I actually think that this statement is good. Overall, what I don't agree with is the timing. I mean, we all know that if we have a conservative president or administration, that they are going to try and put pro-life judges on benches. So if we have a further left candidate, it makes sense that they will or should put more pro-choice judges on the bench. This is something that makes sense. It's logical. Otherwise we have absolutely no balance. But he just took office on the 20th. And on his second day, after touching on immigration, his very first day, on his third day in office, he goes and hits something even more divisive than the immigration issue. What can you say to this? If he says he's trying to unite the country, this is not the way you go about it. So, let me go back and we're going to hit on some other things. Let's see. The incarceration system. His executive order on, eliminating the use of privately operated criminal detention facilities. This is more theater than anything else. All right, to decrease incarceration levels, we must reduce profit-based incentives to incarcerate by phasing out the federal government's reliance on privately operated criminal detention facilities. This is deceptive in its wording. We go down here further. Contracts with privately operated criminal detention facilities. The Attorney General shall not renew Department of Justice contracts. And shall not renew contracts. That doesn't mean they're, canceling out any contracts. They're still going to be there for a while. We don't even know how long some of these are. What if some of these contracts are 10 years from now? So, not renewing them? Well, that doesn't mean a hell of a lot, does it? But Department of Justice contracts with privately operated criminal detention facilities, as consistent with applicable law. Well, when you talk about Department of Justice contracts, that is a small percentage of facilities that we're talking about. First of all, they're only federal, and they're only Department of Justice. So that means that does not even affect Department of Homeland Security contracts with private facilities. And that includes ICE. So DHS and ICE, which is under DHS, can continue whatever private contracts with detention facilities that they want to. You know, that's what this means. It doesn't affect state contracts. It doesn't affect municipal contracts, you know, with, you know, he's not even encouraging states or municipalities to eliminate this. This is just a small percentage of detention facilities nationwide. All right, let's go on to another issue. All right. He announces new steps to boost vaccine supply. All right. Some of this all has to do with states, tribes, and territories. Here's the part that is most important. The federal government, all right, will purchase 200 million additional doses to be delivered this summer, double the nation's vaccine supply. President Biden directed his COVID-19 response coordinator to work with HHS to increase our total vaccine supply for the American people. The Biden-Harris administration is working to purchase an additional 100 million doses of each of the two Food and Drug Administration authorized vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna. This increases the total vaccine order for the U.S. by 50%, from 400 million to 600 million, with these additional doses expected to deliver this summer. With these additional doses, the U.S. will have enough vaccine to fully vaccinate 300 million Americans by the end of this summer. All right? I think I forgot to bring that up there, but okay, so you can read that. That's on the White House website. Look it up for yourself. It's right there. First of all, the CDC has openly stated that they have no idea how many actual doses of vaccine are in the system right now. And second, we're talking about that's not accelerating the availability of the vaccine. There are no new facilities that are being constructed. You know, the federal government is not building any new facilities to increase and accelerate the vaccines. Now, I'm going to say, as a nurse that has worked in infectious disease, and I have been watching the effectiveness of these vaccines, and we don't know how long that these are going to offer any protection. Are we going to need boosters for these? You know, if people need a booster 2 months after receiving the second vaccine or 3 months later, Well, they're going to start needing those boosters before the end of the summer. So that 600 million, that cuts all of that. You know, by the time you got 300 million people vaccinated, well, the first 100 million have no immunity or protection anymore. So you got to go back and vaccinate them all over again. So you need another at least 100 million doses. And then you're going to have to have another 200 million doses for the other 200 million people. Where does this end? We don't know. We don't know. The one thing that has come out about these vaccines is that they may offer protection to the person that's vaccinated, but it doesn't stop you from being infectious to other people. So the 100 million people that are vaccinated, you know, if you get 100 million people vaccinated, they can still be infectious and infect the other 200 million. So this is a big question, all in all, to me. All right, let's go on to another subject. All right. You knew this was coming. Actually, I'm going to say that one and do this on another video, because this one's getting a little long. All right, please share these videos. Share this video. Talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. And the next video is going to be about what Biden is intending to do today regarding healthcare access for you. You knew it was coming. Here it is. So I'll get to that.